welcome back to my channel. It's Crazy Sam. So I've just done a few changes to my dark shadow layout. It's no longer dark shadow. I've changed the color scheme. It looked a bit dull. Wasn't very happy with it, so I've put in my favorite white flames color scheme on it, color blueprint, and it's now called Dark Phoenix. So let's take a look at the layout first. Let's skip this portion. Okay, so at the front I've done first off this kind of a wall setup here using combination of ramps. I've used the regular ramps and the large ramps just stacked on top of each other basically, and give it this look like a wall in the front here. So that's going to give it additional kind of support, because now if the enemies do get here, then they have to break through all of these to get to my actual outpost. And the front here, few additions of CIWSs just for added support in terms of the missiles fired by the big bosses. So we have another layer here, and then on top here we have another hellfire added. We had two on the earlier one, so I managed to craft another hellfire supported by a couple of Viper chain guns here on the top level. And all of these, well, most of these are supported by your Supreme autoloader here in the front. And that has its own ammo generation as I had shown. That's still the same, I haven't done any changes there. This portion is also the same. There's another autoloader here which has its own ammo generation as well. It's the same on both sides. There's one on the other side as well. On the sides here I've just changed it a little bit. The autoloader used to be somewhere in this section here, but then since I needed to extend this out further to accommodate more assault components, I had to move the placement. So I've just raised it, putting it on top of resource storage boxes so that the Supreme can also connect to it. So it does quite a few guns here on this level, some on this as well as the ones on top here. Same setup on both sides. You have some smart mortars here as well. And we have the exterminators, one on each side now. So we have two exterminators facing outward on both sides. Going further, I have another set of advanced autoloaders. There's one on that side as you can see there, and one here. These do not connect to my Supreme, so this I probably also might be able to change it. I was thinking of raising the height of this. If I get it a bit higher, I think the Supreme should be able to still connect. But I've just done a standby setup here of ammo generation for it just in case anyway. And it's not sort of supporting too many guns. It's just like 3 guns here, the 2 Vipers here and the exterminator. Exterminator gets supported on both sides anyway. Both the loaders can support it. And the Supreme, I'm not really sure why it doesn't connect, because it seems to be having a clear kind of line of sight there, but I guess there's a certain point, so maybe the smart mortars are blocking it. I haven't really checked that, but I'm okay with these two on either side giving it ammo. That's more than sufficient. On top we have another Supreme that I managed to craft. So we have one more Supreme autoloader here, which is supporting this entire level on top here, which is mostly artillery weapons. So we have your two 105 at the back here, single barrel ones. We have two twin barrels in the front, 105 again, and then we have three 406 cruiser cannons. So these two were there before. I managed to craft another one, put that in the center using another different setup just to give it a different look. This one again I'm probably going to change. I'm planning on putting the electromagnetic cannon up there in the center, so I'll have two 406s on the side and then have the electromagnetic in the center here on top. So for this top section I had three of these, basically the 105s, so it was stretched out over the length of this section here. So I removed the one in the middle, and then I just built it up using your normal generic panels to increase the height, and raised it up, and then used support platforms just to give it that different look. For this, another sort of different system that I've done is there are another set of advanced autoloaders here for all this section at the back, because these ones just in case, and then I have ammo generation for that as well here. Again, these are all standby thing, these are just in case something happens and the Supreme runs out, then this would come into action. So you have a revolving kind of conveyor setup here where the ammo is just going to keep circulating on here on the little belt here. And in addition to that, I'm trying something new for the Supreme. I made like this cubicle kind of thing here where I have one advanced ammo maker and a round producer, and that's going to drop off onto the conveyor, and as it's dropping off the edge here, the Supreme should be able to pick it up if need be. If it requires ammo, then I can just start this off, and then that should be able to sort of give this ammo or artillery shells if need be. So I'm just trying something different. The second way of looking at it is, even if it doesn't require it, then the ammo or the round should drop off and fall into this section here and keep revolving onto this conveyor setup, so that these loaders can also pick it up if required. This I had tried this setup. I had tried on another of my bases. If you have seen my videos, I had done it on another of my bases. The video should be there, but I had done it right in the front of the base, but there it was actually dropping onto the ground and then the loader was picking it up. So this I'm trying to get it to kind of catch it in midair, sort of as it's falling off here. Then because this bottom section, because of this height difference here, as you can see, the Supreme cannot detect the ammo which is on the belt here. So that I had on the dark shadow layout. I had tried this already. So the Supreme cannot connect, it doesn't detect it because of the height difference. It's too far away, the sensor or whatever the thing is that detects the ammo, it cannot take it from that portion there. And other than that, well, missile cell, all of this was there before. A couple of smart motors at the back there, cargo drones here, and yeah, other than that, on the sides and all, it's still the same. There's no big difference. The stats have all increased, as you can see. So now we've gone over the million mark in terms of the total value for the outpost. So that's a sort of milestone that I crossed. So we've gone over the million value. The outpost X boost range, that is gone over 10k, the value. So now we're at, the scan range is at 400 meters, which I think is the max, and also the component damage bonus is at 500%, which again I think is the max. I don't think it goes higher than that. So this one is more than sufficient now. I don't plan on getting it up higher. I don't think it's required as well. As far as I know, that 500 I think is the max that it goes up to in terms of component damage bonus, which is the main reason for doing this. The scan range and all is kind of secondary. It's that bonus with the damage that is the important aspect. This will go up. This is still a long way to go in terms of the material resources, but I'm at 52, so pretty happy with that. And the power has also gone up to over 9,000 now. So with 9,000, if my calculations are right, then I should be able to bypass, as in insta loot, I think city 4, up to city 4, like city ruins 1, 2, 3, up to city ruins difficulty 4. I can bypass all the nodes, as in insta loot all the nodes without visiting a single one, and go straight to recovery with that much power. So city 5, I think I still would need some more power, because city 5 gets pretty expensive if you want to insta loot. The values are quite high. I haven't tried it. I'll have to go and check, but I think I would have to visit at least 3 or 4 nodes and maybe bypass the other ones. But either way, I mean that still has a long way to go. I can increase that further. There's a lot more battery packs that I need to craft, and this value will go up until I get to a point. Because on my other save I had touched, I think, 15 or 16,000 for power, so which was more than sufficient even for city 5 to bypass all the nodes and things like that. But yeah, for the moment I'm pretty happy with this. And other than that, I think I pretty much covered everything. There isn't anything else. There will be more changes, but it's just this look here at the back that is new, and a few additions here and there of different components. But yeah, that is it. That is basically Dark Phoenix, which used to be Dark Shadow before. So I have changed the layout because I found it was a bit dull in terms of the color scheme. It was just black basically, so I wasn't very happy with it. So I went with my favorite White Flames layout, and I think it looks much better this way with this color scheme. So either way, hope you guys enjoyed the changes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It would help me out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye bye.